Hey everyone, welcome to a new live stream episode of Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi.
My name is Toby. But before we begin, this is hilarious.
Before we begin, we're going to begin.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
All right, so less than a month ago, all Bitcoin ATMs in the UK were declared illegal by the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority. Bunch of goofballs in the UK trying to make up a rule that they have no idea what they're talking about. Then, less than a month later, which is today, Britain announced plans to mint its own NFT as it looks to lead the way in crypto. And I'll go over some points. UK Finance Minister Rishi Sunak has asked the Royal Mint to create and issue the NFT by the summer.
I'm allergic.
Jeez. A government official said. And then it said, City Minister John Glenn announced a number of steps the UK will take to bring digital assets under more regulatory scrutiny.
Yay.
Yeah, but he says that he wants Britain to lead the way in crypto. Wow, how confusing can that be? And this is your government. This is government in general, trying to create a lot of confusion, a lot of roadblocks, a lot of barriers of entry, and only that would fit their, status quo. That's what they would want. Everything else, forget it. So I'm never gonna buy that absolute trash of an NFT that any stupid state would ever bring about. No way. Move along. All right, let's start.
Okay, hey everyone who's saying hi in the live chat. If
Hi,
you guys
guys.
are watching live, go ahead and check out the live chat. Say hello. We got Dave D, Fox Coit, Jan Chicas.
What's up,
hello.
guys? Dragon Ball, Archer
Bullseye, and Dee Dee.
The
Thank you
man.
guys so much for moderating.
Virtual Nomad, Dick.
Dragon Ball Crypto, Richard O.
Big D.
You guys are classics.
DD,
Nick.
what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Roger, good to see you.
Cool.
Sundum, guy. I love his name. Sergio, what's up, buddy? All right, cool. Virtual Nomad.
Yeah. Okay. So
Go
let's
on.
let's get into today. Let's see where are we. Here we go. So let's talk about what's happening in Australia and Singapore. They're clamping down on crypto. Australia is clamping down on the crypto. They're calling them crypto finfluencers, which is kind of funny. Basically, amateur financial advisors. Basically, anyone's talking about crypto online is, you got to do that disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I'm not sure that's going to be enough for Australia. They're saying basically you can't say if you're an Australian
Aussie
content
mate.
creator
G'day,
who's
mate.
talking about financial things, you can't say anything that's going to influence someone to invest or move their money in that direction. So what the heck is going to happen to people in Australia? How are they going to learn about crypto?
Well, they're going to
Thank
learn
goodness
about the central bank digital currency instead that they're making, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically this guy, someone is saying this. Think about your content carefully and whether you are providing unlicensed financial services, such as providing financial product advice or dealing by arranging. Dave Gao, an Australian financial blogger, believes that penny stocks and various crypto crap coins are the reasons that the regulator feels compelled to take action. Basically, writing almost anything could influence someone to invest or use any financial product. So if someone asks who we insured our house with, I can't answer that. If someone asks what super fund or bank I use, I can't answer that either. So basically, you have to be licensed to talk about these things. Otherwise, as an individual, you could be facing up to 5 years imprisonment, or as a corporation, have a fine to the tune of millions of dollars. So that's Australian dollars. So it's like what, $10?
$5? Yeah, $10. Yeah. Sorry, Aussies.
They're also, I think they're trying to sue Meta because they allowed a lot of crypto scams to be promoted on that platform.
Yeah.
So
I'd expect, keep in mind that the reason why I brought up the UK was that just a month ago they were like cracking down. Now they're like, oh, we want to make an NFT and stuff. So these are very, very weird times. Like even like Russia, I think they declared Bitcoin as illegal or something, and then a month or two later they're like, oh yeah, we're totally for crypto and stuff. So this is, I think part of this is like nations figuring out, wow, we cannot regulate crypto when they're finally figured out, because you can create a ban on it, but enforcing that ban is a completely different thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the thing. There's a ban.
They use a lot of fear.
Yeah, but it's impossible to enforce this, in my opinion. I mean, I guess on a centralized thing like this, but as far as like people, investing in crypto and all that other stuff, you can do it peer to peer, and you can go around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Wink. Serge, he says, hey, hi everyone, new here and love this channel.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. If you guys have any questions for us, we are happy to answer them. Please either at me at Crypto Tips in the chat, or just do like question in all caps so it gets my attention.
I want to go over something really quick.
Do it.
I know. Okay. So Heidi and I have been reading Ray Dalio's new book. Oh,
yes.
Hold on. What's the name of it called?
The Changing World Order or something.
Yeah, the Changing World Order.
Why Nations Fail.
Yeah, so it's the dealing with the changing world order. And I'm reading this book, and yeah, keep in mind he is
Ray Dalio.
Ray Dalio. He owns Bridgewater. Okay, and it's just like what he's talking about is pretty much, he's saying he has all these advisors, and he has access to all of these like scholars and like the smartest people in the world in finance. Like, how did he miss Bitcoin? And
he didn't just miss it. He like actively denied it and insulted it.
Sure. Even with all of those advisors, I'm calling BS. And I think I'm gonna start talking about his book a little more. Yeah. Just the more we read it, I have like red flags up, and I'm just like, and I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but like either he's stupid or he's playing with us with what he's writing, and so it's a real turnoff, the beginning of his book. So just where he's saying that you have to look at everything around you, and you really have to, and he's got all these people, and really how could he literally miss Bitcoin when he's seen like evolutions happen, like the internet and all these things that have changed the course of history. Like, how did he miss Bitcoin? I don't get it. And
maybe he didn't miss it, but publicly
I think yeah, we were talking about it with some friends, and I think he actually bought Bitcoin way before he said he got into Bitcoin. And as a lot of people have said that, like Jamie Dimon, all these people, they were all buying Bitcoin, and then later they admitted, Fidelity. So all these people,
we totally bought in 2014.
and then so if you do a Google search or DuckDuckGo search of Ray Dalio, you'll have a WEF picture of him. Yeah, he was speaking there. So that kind of tells the story. It's kind of a turnoff, and just like take what he says with a grain of salt and nothing more.
I mean, truly take it with a grain of salt, because also, again, we didn't get far into that book yet, but we will continue reading or listening to it. But he mentioned the biggest changes in nations are technology and like natural disasters. I think he said something. So like technology, okay, Bitcoin, hello. Yeah. Biggest technological innovation that can disrupt so
not only that,
industries.
But a decentralized technology that has a set supply and that has nodes to protect it without a need for a military.
Yeah.
How did he not see that?
How can you not?
How can you read the white paper?
Good for the environment that is.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We'll talk about that sometime.
Okay, so let me see a couple of these questions from Nick. He's asking, what's your take on Bitcoin address number 3, whale exchange manipulation? What's going on there? I don't know. Can you elaborate on Bitcoin address number 3?
What if it's in terms of like the largest addresses? It's probably an exchange.
Yeah. Like the top 10 usually are
Yeah.
like exchanges.
Yeah, but I think
that's how centralized they are.
But I think the largest private wallet is like 42,000 Bitcoin, and the
48, I think.
48. Oh, there you go. And then the one below that is 35, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
35,000 Bitcoin, which is so much. Keep in mind that somebody bought a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin back in the day. Oh my gosh. I hope that guy didn't sell.
Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and try to pull this up.
Oh, this is crazy, guys. This is, yeah.
Let's see. Richest Bitcoin wallets. You can just do a search here, and then here we go. You can tell right away if it's a wallet or if it's an exchange or not, because a lot of them are identified right there. But you can also look at like the number of transactions that happen with it, ins and outs. 707 and 449, that's Binance. But like private wallets, usually people who are storing that amount of funds on a wallet are just going to use that wallet one time, very limited.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of outflows.
Yeah. So like, yeah, let's see. This one's got like a 31,000, another 37, etc.
But also some of these, like, okay, so
I just realized I'm not showing. There we go. Okay.
Oh, okay. So for instance, you have like a 31,000 Bitcoin wallet, and then like another 30. That could be owned by the same person. They're just splitting it up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So keep in mind that, and
yeah,
it could be Sailor. Who knows?
Yeah, you guys can go to
find Sailors.
bitinfocharts.com and find this information, or you can just do a search for richest Bitcoin wallets. Yeah. So there we go. Got some whale activity. Let's see if I can get back to the chat. Get some questions from you guys.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me do this. Okay. And this. Okay.
You want to go to Singapore? That's pretty interesting. Oh, hold on. Is the crypto scene still growing in your area? Well,
yes.
Paul, yes. Like there's a lot of people that are moving because of all the regulations that are happening around the world. And they're moving to Portugal for sure. And Maria, who is our lawyer, she's been getting a ton of business because it is tax-free, and you couldn't even report taxes even if you wanted to on crypto. Which is kind of nice. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that'll change in the future. Everyone should be aware of that. It's crypto-friendly because it's unregulated here. That certainly leaves the door open for it to be regulated at some point. So for those of you who are flexible, definitely take advantage of that while you still can.
Elle, glad you like my shirt.
Yes. Can you see it?
Hey.
In the Fed.
In the Fed.
The big old Bitcoin.
Fed sucks.
Okay, yeah. So let's get into this thing with Singapore too. On this.
It's kind of interesting that these are the most authoritarian Western nations out there. Western nations.
Singapore?
Yeah, one of them.
Asian.
I mean, yeah, but. But like first world nations.
Yeah. I mean, also, yeah, it's like for Singapore, at least, it's a lot of flip-flops.
It's a lot of West influence on there as well. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But like, speaking about Portugal and what they're possibly going to do, they could come out and be friendly, and then all of a sudden they're not. Singapore was, starting to look like it was going to be the next crypto hub, and now they're not allowing people to advertise cryptocurrencies, and, they're really trying to rein it in and have more control over the narrative of Bitcoin, probably.
Central bank digital currency.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to get to.
Exactly.
Okay? They're going to make it very hard to get into crypto and very easy to get into a central bank digital currency, which will be linked to your bioidentity, and it will be full control over your money. And so much so that I know we go this over and over again, but there's some people that don't know this, but like China has a central bank digital currency that they can actually put an expiration date on if they need to, say, go ahead and spur the economy. And so like, hey, you need to be spending your money. Your money in your bank is worthless unless you spend it within a week. Or, hey, you put some bad stuff on social media. Sorry, buddy. You're locked out of your bank. You don't deserve to
get paid anymore.
So actually, I was talking to a friend today, and I'm like, hey, how are they going to start kicking people out of their houses if, the whole WEF says, you'll own nothing, you'll be happy. Well, I was thinking about this, like if say property taxes, the only way to pay it is with your government issued currency. And if they block that out with a CBDC and you're not allowed to even access your bank, well, there goes your house. You know what I mean? So that could be really interesting to see how they do things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, this also just, this whole concept of a country being crypto friendly, it is so unlikely for it to be like purely friendly, you know, especially if they have a central bank in that country. But we have very little optimism to be fully respected by government.
No, absolutely not.
So that's why you always got to look out for number one, because that's what they're doing. Question here, Toby, from Dax. How should I start learning to surf?
I'm the worst person to ask that.
Do you know what he told me? You know what he told me, Dax? He told me, just go out there, get worked.
That's it.
You'll be fine.
I'm like, just get pounded.
Just get knocked around.
Figure it out. You know, just I'm the worst person.
It was a delightful experience.
Yeah, I would just say take your time and then just buy a board and then go out there and practice. You're gonna fall 1,000 times and then eventually you'll finally get up and you'll be like addicted. Yeah. That's what happened to me. It doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah, you got to have the motivation to want to learn. You could also do a surf class. You know, sometimes they do it in groups. Maybe your first one will be a group lesson, and then do individual lessons with an instructor. That helped me a lot. Just giving you little hints that really change the game of how you stand up and how you surf, and it'll really, get you going and having more fun faster.
Sure.
Someone asked, is there going to be a bull run today? So it is Monday, and typically Mondays do
run
good.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Okay.
Today. Micro.
I think we've been in a bull run for a while now. And there, there's a lot of people that are just, it's crazy. These people on Twitter and YouTube like saying, we could hit, $12,000, $14,000, $20,000. I'm like, have you seen all the people that
Ethereum?
Are going ahead and buying Bitcoin right now? I mean, think about it. Okay, so you had, what is it, 12 million Bitcoin that have...
I was about to cover it, yeah.
Oh, sorry, okay.
No, go for it.
Okay, so we have about 12 million Bitcoin out there that have already been... hodled, essentially.
For a year.
For a year.
At least a year.
Yes, and now I don't know if that's actually, people that have... also lost their wallets, Satoshi's wallet, all this stuff. But it doesn't matter. Think about it.
It doesn't matter.
19 million Bitcoin were just mined. I mean, altogether, the 19 millionth Bitcoin was mined. That's what I should have said it. Like a half a week ago. Mm-hmm. And so, you have 7 million Bitcoin left for the whole world that's about to jump in this space. These people are crazy I feel bad for the people, their followers.
Yeah.
Seriously, I feel bad for people that are bearish on this space because they're going to lose their butt and they're going to lead their followers down a horrible, I'm going to trade. They're going to try to trade it and time the market. Guys, if you're trying to time the market, you're going to lose your butt. You might be right once or twice, but consistently, you're going to lose your butt. There's very few traders out there that actually make money. Mm-hmm. And those that make money are usually on the inside. You know what I mean? Like whales, they're in contact with other whales to manipulate the price. And just like I talked about a couple of days ago about, sorry.
No, go for it.
The futures contracts, they're big money is going to create.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah. So big money is going to create future contracts for people. And they are going to manipulate the crap out of it because retail investors, what they do, okay, so it's like just an average investor that doesn't know much about this space. They want to look what big money's up to. So what they're going to do is they're going to go look at what big money's up to by the futures contracts. So they're going to go, oh, wow, the future contracts are up. That means bullish. They're going to buy. And then they're going to sell when they see the futures down. So... it's going to be manipulation paradise, and it's going to create super volatility for Cardano and Solana. I think it's Solana, right? Yeah. But they're going to also come out with different coins as well. So I think it's there's a lot of manipulation that's going to go on. So what we've been saying is dollar cost average, and we tell our CT Club members this all the time. To dollar cost average. Don't care about the price. Don't worry about these stupid traders that try to get the top or get the bottom and oh yeah, look at that. I sold at 50,000. Now it's at 45,000. that's retarded. Like, I'm sorry, that's a bad word to say, but like, that's crazy, you know, like, I don't know why you want to do that. Just relax, you know, over the long run, you're going to score, you're going to do really well for yourself. You don't have to worry about that stuff. And if you do want to just stare at screens all day, then go for it. But if you don't, and you actually want to have a life, then, you know, do what we do. Dollar cost average.
Yeah. In fact, the graph that you're seeing behind us is exactly one of those big picture facts that we pay attention to, and that's what makes dollar cost averaging such a go-to plan for us. The blue is the adoption of Bitcoin, and the orange is the emission of Bitcoin over time. Each time it drops, that's what they call the halving event. Happens every 4 years. When you match that to, of course, you know, when Bitcoin first launched, there was a risk that it wouldn't be massively adopted. Now, Bitcoin is everywhere. It's officially not going anywhere. Yeah. The idea of crypto is not going anywhere. Yeah. Some governments are incorporating it into their economy, like in El Salvador. Malaysia was talking about it. Honduras. Was it Honduras? I think it was that one. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. And, you know, they're including it in as a legal tender in their official economy. This concept is officially out of the box. So when you match the decreasing supply with still the amount of people who need to be immersed in this, you know, crypto is going to be a part of your daily life, whether you realize that or not. It's the price is definitely going to be going up.
Yeah, supply and demand, guys. Like, supply and demand. These short-term price movements are just ridiculous. Yeah. And also, you know, there's a lot of great DeFi projects out there, like that are going to take advantage of it. And my encouragement to our CT Club is like take advantage of the lower market capped coins, like, you know, Phantom. You know, I think there's like it's a very low market cap, and I forgot what else, but yeah. So I'll actually write this. I'll do a video on this, but like very low market cap coins that have just as much opportunity as, say, some of the top ones. And yeah, I think they're going to do very well, especially when, I mean, DeFi is just getting started. It's just getting started, and this is why we've been buying a lot of DeFi coins throughout the last couple of years. And we did really well for that and for our CT Club. So, yeah. Oh, hi, guys. CT Club member here. What's up, MJ?
Hey, MJ. Yeah. Cool. And I wanted to say another thing that you're talking about Solana and Cardano and the futures contracts involved with them. That's a huge indication that institutional investors want more than just Bitcoin. They're ready to speculate. They're frothing to get their hold of other altcoins. What's up?
Oh, I just want to say a shout out to our friend at Above My Pay Grade. He runs
that's his YouTube
channel, and he's one of our CT Club. He talks about what's going on around the world, and check him out. He's pretty cool.
He is had really lovely things to say about our channel. So happy to give you a shout out here.
Absolutely. MJ, thank you.
Yes, thank you for the super chat.
Are you in the UAE?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Ted Meyerson is asking, which is the most profitable to place your Bitcoin? Stake, lend, or IRA? It depends on your prerogative. A lot of people
I've never done that.
Can certainly argue that just holding Bitcoin is very profitable.
Yeah.
You can do so with complete control and ownership of your Bitcoin in a wallet that you control. You can't stake your Bitcoin. That is a very important thing to know.
You're lending it out.
Bitcoin works with proof of work. It is not a proof of stake coin. So you're not, you staking Bitcoin does nothing to help secure the network of Bitcoin.
You can run a node, which actually secures the network of Bitcoin.
Yeah, but you don't get paid for that.
You don't get paid for that. Exactly.
So with Bitcoin, your options are lending, period. And you can do so in a centralized or decentralized manner, centralized being BlockFi or Celsius. And, you know, those percentages change over time. They're relatively pretty low, but you can also do it on Thorchain with native Bitcoin in your ledger for 16%. But don't get too excited. It's a new project. It's a new smart contract. Don't go all in. A lot of risks there with the security of that smart contract. So feel free to play with it. But please, this is not financial advice. I'm also not Australian. But yeah, so be conservative is what my encouragement would be.
So MJ's asked, guys, long-term, do you see Bitcoin as being a means of payment amongst the masses? Absolutely. Aren't there better projects out there and are much more better positioned than Bitcoin for being for a means of payment? Well, okay, so right now it's very difficult, for a means of payment. I think as a Lightning Network,
it's not that difficult. It's more expensive.
It's more expensive, sure, and there's cheaper options out there. But as far as security is concerned, and
permanence of your payment.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's Bitcoin will eventually become much cheaper and much more easy for people to use. But as far as it's a store of value, essentially, Bitcoin is.
Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin broke the mold for how a decentralized network can function. And so give credit where credit's due for that. It was released open source, and a lot of different types of people built their own different types of cryptocurrencies with different trade-offs, different capabilities. So I don't know. I've never had this mindset personally where cryptocurrency is a zero-sum game. It means only one can survive. For one to survive, another one has to fail. I don't believe in that. I think that there is a use case for many different cryptos. And the beautiful thing about it right now is that it's all voluntary, and who you can choose to accept whichever crypto you want. And so, yeah, you can always choose what's best for you. It doesn't have to be like Bitcoin has to check all the boxes.
Well, I mean, okay. With that said, I was actually talking, I'm always talking about crypto with everybody that I know. And pretty much I was thinking today that, wow, the world is going to be split, I think. As soon as like central bank digital currencies become the norm, which they will eventually get out there. There's no stopping it now. Governments are hell-bent to go ahead and do that. So when they go ahead and, implement this around the world, there's going to be two worlds. There's going to be people that stay in that lane of centralized, full government control surveillance on their currencies. And there's going to be another lane which has crypto and is decentralized, and people are going to be more than happy to use Bitcoin. As far as micropayments, I think you're going to eventually get there. It just takes time. It's like the internet, like right back in the 90s when the internet first came out, it was very difficult to write an email. You had to do a lot of things to actually do that. Now you just you're half asleep and you're like, send an email. So we send thousands of or hundreds of emails per week or whatever. So this is what I expect to happen. Give it time. The network is still maturing. We still are in price discovery mode too. So which means that the more people that are onboarded on crypto and on Bitcoin, the less volatile it's actually going to be. So the more, if say crypto is going to be a multi-trillion dollar asset, like for sure, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 trillion dollars. Easy. I'm saying
gotta love that hyperinflation of the fiat.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's going to be, your currencies are hyperinflating already. I think even the UK today, or Germany said today that food prices will increase 30 to 50%. Like what? And I think that included like butter and eggs, but still like, wow, that's crazy. Why would they go out and say that? It's because inflation's going to be out of control, and governments know this, and they use whatever means around the world, whether it's conflict or whatever, or it's medical martial law. They're going to use whatever it is to print, because it is a debt-based system. It's all debt-based, and they need to constantly increase that debt in order for these currencies to survive, because if they get rid of it, we get rid of debt, well, you kill the currency because it's based on debt. So, yeah. Virtual Nomad, you asked, have you ever heard of a place in New Zealand called Gisborne? Many say it's the world's best place to surf. Have you heard of it? I've never heard of it. I did surf this one wave called Papatūāi, which is on the southern New Zealand. Ended up taking a bus there, told them to drop me off in the middle of nowhere. walked through like a rainforest down there and finally found this wave. Jumped in the water. It was the most freezing cold place I think I've ever been. Like the water was ridiculous.
Did you have a wetsuit or anything?
I had a wetsuit and it was just pins and needles. And I'm just like, every time I put my head in underwater, it was an ice cream headache. So yeah, it was very uncomfortable, but very beautiful. And I stayed there for a week.
Most importantly, did you pick up on any Kiwi accents?
Nah, mate.
That's Australian.
No. What is it? Fish and chips. That's how New Zealanders say fish and chips. Fish and chips. Anyways, or bug, which is big.
What's that cartoon? Beach Days.
Oh,
love that.
Beach Days.
Mo's asking, would you consider a CT Club gathering event in Portugal? I think so.
That could be pretty cool.
Maybe we can organize that next year when we are back here for the winter swells. That would be cool. We can maybe figure something out. Maybe something with Maria. She's been amazing at organizing some local events too. So.
Let's see. Mo, thank you for €5. Really appreciate it, man. Awesome. So Psychedelic Side says bond yields are sending the petrodollar back home. I think Putin has opened the can of worms from the West. Well, I think it's all in. It's being organized and planned. All this stuff, and I shouldn't get into that, but there's a lot of stuff happening that is behind the scenes, and yeah.
Australian, thank you, Fire Up. I love the phonetic spelling.
With that said, do you have any more articles?
Toby wants to kick me off before I do more bad accents.
Jeez.
I mean, we're kind of at time, but let me see if there's anything else
about Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X. We'll see what happens with that. We were one of the initial people, and put a little bit in there, and then hope for the best because we did see what Hex did a long time ago. And we had put a little bit in back then, right when it first started, and it did really well. So, hey, if we can double or triple that and then put it back into Bitcoin, bring it.
I do want to end this with a warning for anyone who has joined the Trezor newsletter. Their MailChimp service has been hacked. The data has been breached. So if you are receiving an email from Trezor telling you to change your PIN or to update your software on your device,
don't do it.
Or they're trying to scare you into doing something, don't click on any links. Don't follow their advice. Go to the official Trezor Twitter account, social media channels, and see if they're the ones actually making the announcements.
Trezor is not hacked. Okay.
Your coins are fine. Your coins are not compromised because your email has been compromised. Your email has been compromised, and that means they know they obviously got your information from the Trezor newsletter, so they know that you're a Trezor user, so they know they can target you in terms of Trezor. They can also target you for anything else that they want to try to scam you with. So there's this website. I put it in the link in, I think, the last video or one of my, any recent video called like haveibeenpawned.com. And you can input your email there and it'll let you know if it's been breached, what event it was, when it happened, and how many times your email's been passed around the dark web.
Yeah, I've had that.
A few of ours has been compromised. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for today's live stream. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in to who's participated in the super chat. You guys, check out our Discord and check out the announcements in our Discord. I think you'll like it. You have about 1 hour. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
There's an invite link to the public channels of our Discord in the video description here. Please check it out and see if you want to partake.
We should end it with this. Okay. DJ69 says, how to cash out in Europe if EU clamps down on and off ramps.
They're not clamping down on off-ramps. Just to be clear, the thing that's happening with the EU is they're going to make you identify if you're using a centralized exchange and you want to send your crypto off of the exchange into a private wallet, for example, a hardware wallet or a wallet that you control the private keys to. That exchange is going to need to know who you're sending it to. Who is the owner of that wallet? And the centralized exchange can do this because they're the ones who actually own your coins on the exchange, and they can hold them for ransom until you provide the information they're demanding. So That's why we're always saying, hey guys, limit yourself to your exposure of centralized exchanges, get your coins off of there into wallets that you control. So then they can't hold it for ransom from you. So they're not blocking or banning these transactions. They're not banning off ramps or anything like that. They just want more data. They want to know how much money you're working with, where you're sending it to, all in the name of anti-money laundering, which is really unfounded concern that they have. But anyway, that's my rant.
Says,
What's
I'm
happening,
here.
Josh?
Josh, yeah, I hope you didn't miss the whole thing.
Hi, Josh.
But anyways, guys, Lachlan McIntosh, good to see you guys.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
classic.
Well, we are out of here. The next one, we will probably do on
Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably around the same time. So if you guys are cool with that, then we'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah, let us know if you're cool with that. Otherwise, we'll just do a regular video. But if you are, then that would be awesome to see you guys one last time.
Hit the like and hit subscribe so you don't miss that. And all the other videos we post every day.
And then we might have one more after that in a very different place.
Yes.
And
I don't know when, where, or what's going on, where we're going, but something is going to change.
It will.
So anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in.
Bye. It's really good to see you.
We'll see you guys again soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.